Ayan, kindly excuse me for not being this tech savvy. Mga digital natives at ako ay isang millennial, naunang millennial. All right. So, okay, hi everyone. I may not be seeing your what do you call this, the chat box. Paano na lang ako, Ma'am Febs, just in case my concern earlier. Like,
Yes,
pag may
ma'am.
concern.
Noted.
Okay. All
Noted po.
right. Okay, so substance abuse vis-a-vis mental health. So earlier, medyo napadaanan na ni Sir Robert yung mga bits and pieces nung aking lecture. So, itong pag-uusapan natin today. Yan. Okay. So ang question ko muna sa inyo is that saan ba pupunta ang isang taong addicted or drug dependent? Sige, mas magandang term kasi siguro yung drug dependent. Saan ba? Ayan, sorry, may effects talaga. Hiram lang din ito sa PDEA. So, it's either you go to jail, you go to the hospital, you go to the mental health institute, or worse, you will be dead. 6 feet under the ground. Okay? So, before that, I'm gonna show you, before I proceed with my lecture, let's watch this. I hope it would be heard. Alright. So, yan yung isa. May isa pa akong presentation. May isa pang, isa pang visual. Wait lang, hindi na maka-forward. Yan. Alright. One more. Usually, yan ang ginagamit ng mga drug rehab centers. Sorry, it was lifted from a rehab center in the States. Okay. Next natin. So, kumusta naman kayo lahat? Meron bang... Hindi ko makita yung mga chat box but I hope everyone is feeling well. Medyo mahaba-haba itong ating talk today, but I'll try to limit it as much as I can. All right. So kanina nakita ninyo si Nuggets, yung bird na trinay niya. Nung una tinanggihan niya, no? Yung maliit na bubble na yun, it represents yung drugs, illegal drugs, sabihin na natin or the ones that we get addicted to. Una, tinitignan, nilagpasan, yung sumunod, tinatry. Di ba? Sino dito ang nakapag-try ng manigarilyo? Sino na... Di ba nung mga bagets tayo, nung mga bata-bata pa tayo, titignan lang natin, ay, ang baho. Mamaya-maya, meron, sabi nga ni Sir Roberto, may magpi-peer pressure sa'yo na, ay, hindi ka in kapag kaganit, pag hindi mo to tinake or hindi mo to ginawa. And then we tend to use it. Tapos may sudden feeling of, parang dahil there is acceptance ang nangyayari, dahil na-accept ka na may na-fill out na yung parang acceptance needs mo, gagamit ka na. Ayan. Hanggang sa gumagamit ka na, hanggang sa naapektuhan na yung katawan mo. Ayan. Hindi ka na makaalis. Ayan. Okay. So, ano daw what is addiction? Wait lang, hold on. So, addiction versus abuse. Grabe, ang dami na dito. Hindi ko makita yung slide ko ng maigi. Alright. At first, you take the drug because you like it, the way it makes you feel. Sabi nga yan. You may think you can control how much or how often you use it, but over time, drugs change how your brain works. So, natatamaan at pumupunta sa brain yan in time. Except for the ones that are injected, sabi nga ni Sir, or yung depends on the way you use or you put it in your body. These are physical changes that can last a long time. They can make you lose self-control and can lead you to damaging behaviors. You may have one or more of these signs. Yon, sabi niya, may urge ka to use the drug every day or many times a day. Just like coffee. nakaka-addict din ng coffee. Ayan, isa ako dyan. Feeling, nakakalima ako in a day. Feeling ko kulang yung araw ko sa kape pag hindi ako nagkape. But, hindi pa naman yung to the point na talagang nanginginig-nginig na ako pag hindi ko tinake. Yan. You take more drugs than you want to and for longer than you thought you would. So parang kasi nawawala na yung epekto kapag konti-konti na lang siya. Kaya nagiging addiction na siya kasi meron na dun sa parte ng brain mo na kinukulang na niya yung substance na iyon. May it be legal or illegal. Okay? Until nagiging addicted na, until sabi nga ni sir, you engage in criminal activities na para lang mapunuan or para lang magkapera ka para meron kang pambili ng substance na iyon. Yan. You don't take care of yourself or you don't care how you look. Nakita nyo ba kanina yung epekto? From ilang taon yun. Look at Macaulay Culkin. Kung alam nyo si, anong movie na yun, Ma'am Febs? Si Macaulay Culkin. Payat naman, Sir Larry, ano no? Forgot that movie.
Sa Home Alone ba yun? Yes.
Oo, Home Alone. Nakita nyo ba, after a while, yung itsura niya nag-change agad? Even Drew Barrymore. So lahat, sabi nga ni, I would agree with Sir Robert that, yun nga, lahat may chance, may risk to be addicted to a substance. Yan. Di ba meron ngang may mga, minsan, may workaholic, may alcoholic, meron pang, ano pa yung isa? Shopaholic, Ma'am Pebs. Alright. So, merong kanya-kanyang addiction yan. So, it's either you steal, you lie, or do dangerous things. Or, things like driving while high or having unsafe sex. Yan, kasama siya. You spend most of your time getting or recovering from the effects of the drug. You feel sick when you try to quit. Sabi nila, there are drivers na nahuli, na truck drivers, kasi they drive for a long time, like how many hours in a day, na parang feeling nila there is a need for them to be awake the whole time. But it is true, they have to be awake the whole time. Ang ending, dahil siguro hindi na ma-manage yung time ng maigi or wala talagang karelyebo, they resolve to that. Parang nagiging hinge na nila, nakakapit sila doon na kapag hindi sila nag-take ng drugs ay hindi sila makakadrive ng maigi. And that's dangerous. Pag nawala na kasi yung effect ng drugs, yung pang-high, yung pagiging alert, you will be very weak. Hindi ko na-experience yun, pero according to those ones whom I talked to, may ganong feeling, parang weak na sila after. You always have the drug with you and you buy it even if you can't afford it. Yeah. You keep using drugs even if it causes you trouble at work, makes you lash out at family and friends, you spend more time alone because the drugs could also make you feel agitated. Ayan. Okay. Addiction versus drug abuse. Drug abuse is when you use legal or illegal substance in ways you shouldn't. You might take more than the regular dose of pills or someone else's prescription. Sabi ng asawa ko, isa sa mga joke niya during his lectures also is that pag ginamit mo ang diatabs ba yung sinabi mo? Pag ginamit mo yung diatabs, nawala ka namang problema sa pagdumi. Excuse me sa mga nagsusnap dyan. That is drug abuse. You abuse the drug because it's not for you. Hindi mo kailangan yun. Bakit mo gagamitin? Diba? Yun. You use the drug. Yung hindi mo paggamit per se ng gamot sa tamang paraan. At sa tamang, at dahil meron kang nararamdaman, yun ay drug abuse na. Okay? You may abuse drugs, feel good, or ease your stress or avoid reality, but usually you are able to change your unhealthy habits or stop using it altogether. Parang ito yung sinasabi nilang occasionally. During special occasions pala, sorry. Next, your brain is wired to make you want to repeat the experience. Parang yung nakita natin kanina, yung bird na tinatry niya to make him feel good. So you're motivated to do them again and again and again. The drugs may be addictive target to your brain's reward system. So yung dopamine nga na sinasabi kanina, they flood your brain with chemical yan called dopamine. This triggers a feeling of intense pleasure. So you keep taking the drug to chase that high. Nakita niyo yung bird kanina? Chinase niya ng chinase until hindi na siya gumagana. Diba? Yung pagka-hurt niya sa sarili, yung nung nasaktan na siya, yung nadapa siya, it would also mean you will be hurting yourself. Aside from that, you will be hurting the people around you. Worse, your loved ones. Ayan. Over time, your brain gets used to the extra dopamine. So, ayan na, you might need to take more and more. Enjoy the feeling. Ayan. Next. I went ahead of my slide. Sorry. Okay, so when you use the drugs for a long time, it can cause changes in your brain chemical systems, circuits as well. They can hurt your, judgment, decision-making, memory, ability to learn. Di ba nga, pati nga yung pag-iinom pagka ikaw ay naging dependent sa alak, memory ang matatamaan dyan. Ilang brain cells ang namamatay, hindi ba? Totoo yun. Sana nga merong doktor who would, parang punaan din yung ating talk ngayon. Pero mga busy sila. Alam nyo naman, pandemic ngayon. Anyways, together these brain changes can drive you to seek out and take drugs in ways that are beyond your control. Yung hindi mo na makokontrol. Who's most likely to become addicted? Ayan, napasadahan na to ni Sir Robert kanina. So, sabi niya, dahil nga people are different. Each person's body and brain is different. So, people react differently to drugs. Some love the feeling the first time they try and want more. Others hate it and never try again. So, hindi lahat pag tinikman mo, hindi lahat they get addicted. They try, they hate it. Maganda sana kung ganun, pero hindi lahat ganun. Not everyone uses drugs becomes addicted, but it can happen. But it can happen to anyone at any age. Some things may raise your chances of addiction. So sabi niya, lahat tayo at a risk talaga. So it's better not to try. Diba? So this includes yung family history, yung genes mo are responsible about half of your odds. If your parents or siblings have problems with alcohol or drugs, you're most likely as well. Women and men are equally likely to become addicted. Ayan. Dun sa part na ito, hindi lang kasi sa genes If you are exposed that your father or your mother or the people that you look up to would go use drugs, would go to alcohol, just for them to feel better dahil meron nga silang pinagdadaanan or they're stressed. Most likely, ganun din yung paraan or yung ways mo of coping with the problems. Nagiging outlet mo siya. And that's the scary part. Diba? Ang problema nga diba, kapag uminom ka ngayon, para makalimutan mo ang problema mo, nakalimutan mo ngayon. Bukas, may bonus, may problema ka na, may hangover ka pa. Hindi ba? So, doon natin tignan. Okay, early drug use. Children's brains are still growing and drug use can change that. So, taking drugs at an early age may make you more likely to get addicted when you get older. Yon, si Macaulay Culkin, isa sa mga examples. Si Drew Barrymore, kasama din siya. Marami actually sa States. Sino na yung sa atin dito? Si Giro Manyo ba yun, Ma'am Febs? Yung artista din natin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ayun, si Giro Manyo tsaka who's that guy? There's another artist sa ABS-CBN, I forgot his name.
Aaron po.
Oo, si Aaron. Meron pa Sir Larry. I think meron
Aaron,
pa yung isa. Si Aaron, tsaka yung yung katandem ni Barbie Imperial. Wow, alam ko yung mga artista.
GM de
Basta
Guzman.
yun, si JM De Guzman. Pero recovering tong si JM
JM.
De Guzman,
Yes,
'di ba? Si Aaron medyo hindi ko sure tas si G Romanio medyo hindi pa pabalik-balik pa. So kasi dahil yun yung nakasanayan ng utak natin at yun yung nakasanayan mong puntahan na feeling mo effective, ay baka pwede ulit gamitin. Parang ganun. Babalik ulit ako dito. So yun yung nagiging problema. Okay. Ayan, 10:15. Okay. Mental disorders. If you're depressed or you have trouble paying attention to, paying attention or worry constantly, you have a higher chance of addiction. You may turn to drugs as way to feel better. Yun nga, a history of trauma in your life also makes you more susceptible to addiction. Most of the cases that I handled, like before with children who are abused and children in conflict with the law, may mga problema talaga sila. Sabi, they are the epitome of the quote, hurt people. Parang, eto yung mga sexually abused victims. Yan. They tend to feel better kasi they want to take away the hurt, the betrayal, the stress, the trauma that they're feeling, that they feel like they have to escape. Parang, di ba, yung sinasabi natin kapag minsan heartbroken, I cannot blame them kasi parang they want to let go of the hurt talaga. That's why they want to forget it. Yun nga lang, kapag ka nga uminom ka, today, wala kang problema. Bukas, dadagdagan yung problema mo kasi may hangover ka pa. You will heal your hangover na. But, yun, di ba? Yun yung balance niya. Alin ba yung pipiliin mo? Pero basically, nagkakaroon ng mental disorders din kapag ka you take up drugs. Kasi nga, natamaan na yung mga nasa may brain cells mo. Ayan. Yun. Kaya yung mga addicts, may relapse sila. Ayan. Troubled relationships. If you grew up in a family of up with family troubles and aren't close to your parents or siblings, it may raise your chances of addiction. Kasi nga, tayo ay relational people. Tayo ay human beings. We get support and we need that emotional support. Kailangan natin yan. Either we need that from our loved ones. Sila yung ating, sabi nga ng isang known psychologist, si William Glasser, sabi niya, ang mga needs ng tao ay belongingness, survival, belongingness, fun, freedom. Ang belongingness ang isa sa pinakamatindi, yung love and belongingness. Yung pagkakakilanlan mo at saka kung saan ka nakaangkla. Yan. Kaya importante na okay din yung relationship sa parents. Pero pag hindi, sila yung mas nagiging susceptible. Kasi parang, if I cannot get this belongingness need from my family or the persons that I want to be close with, I get it from the substance. Yan. Kaya importante that you check on the friends that you have. Minsan, nakasmile yung mga yan, pero baka naman may pinoproblema. Ayan. You would help that person if you just check on them. Validate them na rin at the same time. Okay? Next. Wait. Nag-push siya. Hello? Okay pa ba ako, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes po.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Who's most likely to become addicted? Ayan, isa pa. The environment where you live in, the community that you're at. Kung laking tondo, most likely talaga mayroong tsansa. Sa mga, meron na, existing na yung drug addiction. Meron din tayo dito sa city, pero hindi ko na sabihin kung saan. But there are areas. Kapag dun ka na nasanay, ay, nakita mo na, ay, ayun, si addict na ganito, nasasanay ka na parang, okay. Nagiging normal na rin sa isip mo yun. So parang, hindi mo na nakikita yung konteksto ng pagiging illegal niyan. Ay, sorry na ulit. Yung troubled relationships, ayan. Kasama din dito yung troubled relationships kapag yung parents mo ay very permissive, yung wala silang pakialam. Hindi naman wala pa sa pakialam, pero they let you do whatever you want to do without even talking about the consequences of your action or without making you feel that there are consequences of your actions. Yan. Yun nga, nasabi ko kanina, there are traumatic experiences or other forms of abuse na na-feel na. So yan, can be due to bullying, physical, sexual, psychological, or emotional abuse. Lack of knowledge on the risk of drug abuse and addiction. Sabi nga ni Sir Robert, you also have to, pagka mayroon na kayong nakikita na candidate, kandidato or parang nagiging papunta na siya sa drug addiction, sabihan nyo na yan sa drug abuse and addiction. Pagka sober na siya, saka nyo, yung kasing addiction medyo hindi makakapasok sa kanila pagka sinabihan nyo sila, lalo na pag naka-high sila kasi happy sila wala silang pakialam sa iyo. Hindi sila hindi sila aware of their environment, kaya parang hindi mo mape-penetrate, hindi mo masabihan. Pero wag kayong magsawa just in case you have a family member, you have somebody you love that are at the risk of drug abuse and addiction. Wag kayong magsawang sabihan, wag kayong magsawang i-check on that person because you don't know, baka that time is the time na bigla siyang magising or yung time na yon ay papunta na siya sa drug addiction, na-save nyo pa, di ba? Yan. Next. Nako, lola talaga ako. Ayan. Sorry, happy Halloween. Reasons why people turn to drugs. Ayan, hiniram ko po kasi itong slide sa aking asawa. Ayan, family problem, sabi nga kanina, random na to kasi napadaanan ko na rin kanina. Parents who always quarrel in front of children, yan, irresponsible parents who don't have time for their children. Tatanggalin ko na yata yung sounds, ako rin ang na-distract. Lack of parental guidance or so much of it. Yan, kung hindi naman kung hindi lack, so much. Kasi meron nyo kasi yung nasasakal Merong nane-neglect, meron naman yung sobrang nandyan lang yung parents mo na parang stalker na gusto mong layuan. Teenagers or the youth are usually rebellious and they don't like to be, alam niyo yung nasa stage tayo na feeling natin nasa tama naman tayo at may point tayo na feeling natin hindi tayo napapakinggan. If not, baka ako lang yun. Sabi ni Sir, peer pressure, curiosity. Ayan. Nasabi na niya yan kanina and I went ahead of my my talk as well. Bad influence by friends. Actually, minsan hati ako dito Hindi kasi peer pressure, padadala ka ba? Or curiosity. Yung curiosity rin siguro kasama doon. But yung nasa sa atin kasi kahit bad influence yung mga yan, nasa sayo kung sasama ka, di ba? That's the decision you have to take. That is the challenge that you have to take. That is that would be the one that would set you apart from your friends. Di ba? Will you be the BI or will you be the good influence? Will you be the one who would help pull them out of there? Pero that would be a struggle and a challenge talaga. Ayan. Boredom and frustration. Sorry, hindi ko na-edit tong voice. Itong tawa na to. Nakakaano na. Boredom and frustration. Yan, yung mga may heartbreaks, yung yung hindi nila ma-assess or hindi nila ma-take or hindi nila ma-accept yung frustrations that they have at that moment. Heartbroken, failed grades, napagalitan, napahiya, na-bully. Yung frustration na hindi nila, am I not enough? Kulang pa ba ako? Yung famous line na, kapalit-palit ba ako? Mga ganyan. Na parang nakakasama ng loob. Oo nga, yung it really hurts. Kaya napauso yung kantang gano'n. Diba? Yan. Okay. So, another one. Excuse nyo na lang yung tawang malakas. Hindi ko na-edit. I'm so sorry for that. Weak personality or desire to escape from reality. We also have that. Yung parang gusto mong, etong ang pandemic gusto ko nang mag-fast forward. I just don't like to be in this year anymore. But, things happen. God allowed this to happen, but I think we will be learning from this. There is something beyond this one. So, there's a foresight. Yung mga taong may weak personality that they want to escape from reality. Yung now na, yung hindi mo nakikita yung foresight that, hindi mo na nakikita yung positivity of things. But still, there is. Oh, 'di ba? Meron pa rin naman tayong God na pinag-aangklahan natin at tutulong pa rin sa atin. That God is always there for us talaga. Hindi niya tayo iniiwanan. That when we are weak, He is our strength, 'di ba? Ganyan. Kailangan lang natin tumawag. What do you do if you have what to do if a youth admits to have drug abuse? Okay. Spend quality time and I placed youth dito kasi I think I had the idea that youth yung most of the participants today. So, one is you have to spend quality time and make meaningful connections. Show them that you genuinely care by asking how they are, what activities they're up to, and if they do something well, you validate them. Good job. Tap on the shoulder. Mga ganun ba? Kasi at this point in time, we need this support group. We need you need your family, you need the people that loves you to validate you, to feel that you belong, to feel that you are loved as well. Okay? 2, open the conversation about drugs by asking them about their views. Practice listening without judgment, even when your opinions differ. Okay? You agree to disagree, but if it is hurtful, when you see or you think that that person is about to harm himself by engaging himself in illegal activities na medyo kailangan na nating tumawag ng tulong sa mga kinauukulan. Explain why drug abuse is dangerous, sabi nga ni Sir Robert. Ayan. Highlighting the physical and mental health consequences. Avoid moralizing, yung parang ikaw lang ang tama. Ganyan. And number 4, identify the risk in the teen surroundings and how to resist them. Explain how certain people and media influence teens and their behavior more strongly than others. Parang pakita mo sa kanila yung surroundings nila, pakita mo rin kung paano, parang yung real ways on how to prevent the problem or on how to yield from drug addiction or drug use. Yung parang may ways, may mga outlets like say for example, if you are a guidance counselor or if you are working with the youth, meron yung mga activities that would make them would make their brain work, may mental exercise or whatsoever. Pwedeng basketball, physical activities, artworks, arts and crafts, mga ganyan. So, yun ang mga ginagawa sa drug rehab. Pinagbibisi rin nila yung mga nandoon sa loob sa drug rehabilitation kasi ayaw nila na yung idle yung mind nila. Kailangan busy sila. May farming sila, ganyan. Know the people who belong in the person's social circle. This makes it easier to identify the risks the person is facing, the youth is facing. Sana yan. Be honest about your own views. If you have a history of drug use, make sure to share what you learned from the experience and what What compelled you to say no? Kaya nagiging effective ang Alcoholics Anonymous tsaka yung support group for drug dependence is because they tend to understand and they know they would parang sasabihin nila na napagdaanan ko na yan. So meron yung pagkakaintindihan ba, may bond na sila doon kaagad-agad. Mas kung meron kang history nga naman ng drug abuse, sabihin mo na para matuto siya sa iyo. Pero it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have that history. Ang ano lang doon is if the person is having a problem, parang sa akin ang nag-work sa akin ay ganito eh. Nung may problema ako, parang may easy steps ka ba? Tinignan ko muna, oy, ano ba ang magagawa, ano ba ang maitutulong sa akin ng problemang ito? Kasi meron at meron yan eh. May mga problems will really, it will either define you or destroy you. Yan, the problems or the circumstances that we're facing right now will either define you or destroy you. Yan. So you have to choose and you try to see with what worked with you. Kung wala, you try to refer that person to somebody who could help them. Yan. Focus on the behavior. Even if the teen has made mistakes, remember that these do not define who they are and that they can turn things around with your support. Yan. Seek professional help. A teen who has been found to abuse drugs will need all the help they can get on the road to recovery. Yan. So basically, last na siya. When to get help if your drug use is out of control or if it's causing a problem already, talk to your doctor. Getting better from drug addiction can take time. There is no cure, sabi ko nga kanina. But treatment can help you stop using drugs and drug-free. Your treatment may include counseling, medicine, or both. It may include detoxification kasi baka masyado ng marami. But you need to be assessed by a doctor. Kaya importante nga, sabi nga ni sino ba nagtanong? Si Ma'am Shane kanina, tinanong niya about the drug rehabilitation centers. I think dumadami na siya. Yung mga tao na lang that would be the service providers are not enough. Yun lang ang medyo feeling ko nagkakaproblema sila. Kasi konti yung tao. So many people to cater to, so few people who would help out. Ang usually kasing ginagawa nila sa halimbawa kapag napunta na sa rehabilitation center is that after the assessment you would be may detox, may mga ganun na pagdadaanan, phases siya eh, hindi siya yung mabilisan kasi may relapse pa eh, mga ganun. So siguro in another talk, pwede nating i-include yon, but basically, pagpasok ng drug dependent sa rehabilitation center, may treatment plan yan, and it will encompass multidisciplinary team. May psychologist, may social worker. It will include the family as well if kung supportive yung family. And mas mabilis ang treatment or rehabilitation ng drug dependent if the family is supportive. If not, I think if not, medyo mas magiging difficult nga kasi may kailangan ng support system kasi. Lahat naman tayo kailangan nun, but yun. Next. Kaya lang pag wala tayong magagawa, ang magiging support system nila is the people in the drug rehab center. Yan. Also consider contacting the nearest drug rehabilitation center. So these are my references. And to close, if you are, whatever you're going on through right now, this is the Serenity Prayer. Alcoholics Anonymous and the ones in the yung mga drug rehabilitations and support groups, ito yung mga prayer. Ito yung usually na pray. And it is also effective. Kindly verbalize or read it with me. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did, this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. And lastly, you are a child of God. You are wonderfully made, dearly loved, and precious in His sight. Before God made you, He knew you. There is no one else like you. So let's go. When we feel down, let us be reminded of the song, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Right? Maalala niyo yung kantang yon? If you feel bad and sad, or there are circumstances that are beyond of your control, always be reminded of God's love. You are God's child. Hindi ka niya pababayaan. He is always there. You just have to reach out. Yan lang. Alright. Back to you, Ma'am Febs.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am A, for that very informative and very nakaka-aware na talk. Okay, maraming salamat. Okay, now I do encourage everyone to type your questions sa ating chat box. Okay. So siguro, Ma'am A, while waiting for our questions, I would just like again to remind everyone. Okay, so all of you will be given an e-certificate. So just kindly fill out the evaluation link that will be sent to you, or that will be sent to you later on. Okay, so we will be sending it to you through your Gmail accounts. Okay, that will serve as your attendance and also for us in giving e-certificate. So once again, no evaluation, that means no attendance po tayo. Okay, so the evaluation, the answer of evaluation will be until, will be 7 days. So today is November 9. Okay, that will be next week, next Monday, yung last po. Okay, so allow me again to read feedback from our course facilitator. Thank you so much, Eileen. Very informative. Okay, hello, Ma'am Earl. Good morning.
Good morning, Mamits.
Okay, so wala po bang magtatanong sa ating participants? Okay, so baka pwedeng ako yung magtanong, ma'am.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, so parang okay, wait. Okay, so ito tanong kanina, parang tanong kanina dito sa Facebook ito, pero hindi nasagot hindi ko na-raise kanina. Baka pwede niyong i-kwan din, ma'am. Ang question dito, ma'am, can drugs affect animals? That is from JR.
Yes, they can.
Baka pet lover to, ma'am. Kaya natanong niya.
Alam nyo, na-discover ko din yan kasi hindi ako mahilig sa pusa, pero there is certain term as catnip, yung para hindi ma-stress yung pusa. May ganun pala. Pero pag nasobrahan, kung napanood nyo yung pets na cartoons, cartoons yun eh, sa Disney rin, meron silang pinakita about catnip. So that is one thing that they use for the animals, I think. And may mga may mga different, hindi ako masyadong knowledgeable about the medicine. Siguro VetMed ang makakasagot sa iyo yan, sir or ma'am. Kasi ang mga animals nasi-stress din, parang tanim, nasi-stress din yung mga yan. And so meron yung mga gamot or substances that may mga gamot, pangit kasi pag substance, may mga gamot silang binibigay dun sa mga animals yan pag nasa stress, kanyan.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So once again, I do encourage everyone to please type your questions sa ating chat box. Okay. So, by the way, we will be sending you the evaluation link in your Gmail account, and we will be also posting it dito sa ating chat box para just in case hindi nyo ma-open yung Gmail nyo. Okay.
May
Questions
question
po?
pa.
If you wish to ask the question directly to our speaker, okay, you may do so. Just unmute you and please open your camera po.
Mm-mm. Ayan.
Okay. Sige, baka nag-iisip pa sila. So, may I request everyone to open their camera para sa ating photo op din. Okay, para hindi natin makalimutan, okay? So, kindly open your camera po para sa ating photo op. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Isa pa po. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So maraming salamat po. Okay. So from Carl Jordan Season, thank you so much po, Ma'am A. Okay, also from a response from Sir Arnold. Sir Arnold. Hindi ko pronounce yung R. Okay, thank you for the invitation and good morning. From Miss Sabincor, thank you, Ma'am Karame. That's a good news. Okay,
Yung sa
response
January.
niya.
Oo. Dumadami naman na yun lang kasi yung kung mga hindi pa kayo graduates dyan or mga gusto nang pumunta sa areas ng drug rehab yan. Kailangan ng mga ng mga service providers talaga.
Okay. So, ma'am, curious lang ako, ano yung mga requirements para ma-avail yung pagpupunta sila ng drug rehabilitation center? Ano yung mga kailangang dalhin or requirements? Alam niyo po ba, ma'am?
Actually, pagka sa drug rehab center, usually yung family dinadala na nila doon. May referrals yung mga yaan. Hindi sila na magsasabi kung anong dadalhin. Parang, halimbawa, kung i-correlate ko na rin dun sa amin nung nandun ako sa Home for Girls, usually yung mga damit na nila, yung mga things lang na kailangan nila that time. Minsan nga nung na-rescue na yung tao, kasi nga, di ba, if you remember, Sir Robert said earlier that meron yung plea bargaining. So kung ano na yung dala nila, yung family na lang ang magdadala sa kanila, yung mga needs, mga ganyan. Mga documents, mga nakakailanganin. Pero in case of drug rehabilitation or sa mga youth, may social case study yan. May referral ng munisipyo, yung mga ganun. Pero if there would be somebody who would be referring there, I could easily ask the people from DSWD sa may Abra, yung bahay, the rehabilitation center for drug dependents. Yeah. Kasi kabubukas lang nila, as in kabubukas lang nila.
Okay po. So, from Sir Arnold Asotige, thanks BSU. I am from Mindanao State University, Marawi City. Maraming salamat din po, Sir Arnold. Okay. Sir, Ma'am A, in relation with with the question a while ago about sa rehabilitation. Okay. How much will it cost po to someone na magpapa-rehab? Or
good
price
question.
range. Kasi minsan may mga nagtatanong, baka mahal kaya, or minsan meron tayong mga financial problems. So baka yun din yung isang concern nila.
Actually, pagka government yan, yun yung isang parte ng social case study. Kasi lahat encompassing, titignan nila kung kaya ba ng family mag-provide. Ano lang ba ang kaya nilang i-provide. May assessment yan Pag private, hindi ako sure, pero I think that was 5 years ago. Kung private, around 20 to 40,000. kung hindi ako nagkakamali kasi private 'yun. Yun yung sinabi nung isang friend ko na nagwo-work sa rehab center na private, ganun yung amount. Pero pag public, social case study will help. They will assess yung socio-economic capacity ng family, kung supportive yung family. Kung hindi, doon nila siguro pupunuan yung what do you call this? Yung kakailanganin ng tao kasi halimbawa pagdating nung drug dependent doon ay dahil pre-bargaining siya, wala siyang kadala-dala, the rehabilitation center will provide it for them, parang ganun. Hindi na siya kasi may mga gamot yan, may madidetox din kasi yung mga iyan. Yes, they will be taking medications as well, ganyan.
Ma'am, doon po sa binigay niyong amount or price range, that is during the whole rehabilitation or for a month lang po?
Depende pa sa usapan yan eh. Meron pa yung pang-month lang, ganyan.
Okay. So usually, ma'am, how long will it take po? For a normal case siguro, or may normal case ba ganun?
Depende kasi sa sabi ko nga kanina kung supportive ang family. Ang usually na binibigay nila 6 months to a year. Pero pag may relapse, doon nagkakaroon ng problema kasi while you are in the rehabilitation center, 'di ba may services sa iyo kung drug dependent ka. And then to your family. And then they will prepare your family for your reintegration. Pabalik ka na sa pamilya kasi may transition 'yan eh. Tapos after nung transition na iyan, may aftercare. So, follow up ka pa ng social worker ng MSWD o ng Municipal Social Welfare and Development para tignan or i-assess kung kumusta ka na, kumusta yung transition mo, kumusta yung pag-reintegrate mo.
Okay. I think we have a question from Miss Karen Cruz. Okay. Ma'am, may pagkakaiba po ba ang rehab dito sa Manila with the rehab sa provinces? I'm from Manila po kasi. Thanks.
Okay. Medyo may edge sa akin kasi may pagkakaiba, oo. May edge kasi yung mga nasa provinces. Lalo na pag maganda yung lugar. Kasi it relaxes you. That's why they put up rehabilitation centers as much as possible like sa areas, yung mga private, Tagaytay, Baguio. Yung mga may iba't ibang therapies na pwede silang i-incorporate like nature therapy. Mga ganyan ba? Maidadagdag. Pag sa province kasi parang, may parang, Ma'am Karen, may feeling of relaxation din kasi pag sa province. Parang mas nagiging one ka with nature. Sabi ko nga may nature therapy. Sa Manila, hindi ko quite sure kasi hindi ko pa po napupuntahan ng mga rehab centers there, honestly. Hindi ko pa po nakikita. Wala akong friend from there, but the ones that I have friends na social workers na rehab centers are the ones here in Baguio City, dito sa may Tagaytay. There is one in Bataan. Public din siya. Siguro yung difference na lang is yung environment or your atmosphere that you are at. Pero I think in general they do the same sa treatment nila.
Okay po, ma'am. Okay, so once again po, you can now fill out the form that was sent to our chat box. That is the evaluation form or evaluation link. Okay, so para hindi nyo po makalimutan. Okay, from Miss Karen Cruz, thanks Ma'am Aileen and Miss Feby. Thank you din po, ma'am.
Salamat, Ma'am Karen.
Okay. So, any more questions po?
May dadagdag ako, Ma'am Febs.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yung difference kasi dito sa Pilipinas tsaka sa United States, may iba't iba silang setting, may iba't ibang level kasi yan. Depende kung upon assessment ay itong taong to ba ay pwedeng makisama sa grupo. Parang dun sa ginagawa nila sa Ecard Youth Alternatives, pag youth yan, pag bata yan, dun kami sa outdoor setting. Ina-assess namin yung ang pinaka pino-point out dyan is yung self-awareness kasi. Kaya very important yan. Saan nakaangkla ang iyong identity. 'Di ba? If your identity is based or nakaangkla sa iyong relationship at nag-break kayo, matindi yan. So, yun yung nagiging rason kaya nagka-create ng drug abuse or drug addiction. Pero kapag dun sa halimbawa sa states nga meron yung iba kasi hindi nila kailangan mag-undergo ng detoxification na tinatawag. Yung talagang tatanggalin sa'yo yung as in talagang wala ng drugs in your system talaga. Kasi meron yung tinatawag nilang cold turkey. Pag wala na yan, parang magkakasakit ka. Totoo yun, may cold turkey talaga. Pero ito yung talagang inabuso na nila talaga. Addicted na ng bonggang-bongga. Pero meron yung iba na may level din siya, may phases. Din sa states, ang usually na ginagawa is yung self-awareness, group activities, parang group therapy ang ginagawa at outdoor yung ginagawa nila. Hindi ko pa sure kung meron dito sa Pilipinas ang gumagawa noon. Pero kasi parang feeling ko magagaling yung mga youth natin dito sa Pilipinas, kayang-kayang tumakas, hindi takot sa ahas, hindi takot sa mga animals sa outdoor setting, yung parang kayang-kaya ba. Hindi sila kaya hindi ko pa sure kung effective ang outdoor setting sa mga Pinoy, pero pag sa US, mga Americans, since medyo mas effective yun, nakita ko yung effect sa kanila. Pero ang nakita ko na working din is yung problem solving skills, magagawa na nila. Parang, halimbawa, kung ang naging problema ay yung belongingness need niya, maghahanap siya the group will help the person or the individual kung paano niya isosolve yung kanyang problem na parang on belongingness need, hindi niya na-meet kasi nakipag-break sa kanya ang girlfriend niya. Ganun. May mga paano ko ba i-explain siya? Sa outdoor kasi siya, kaya marang mas, yung setup, hindi yung sanay na sanay yung isang tao. Once environment setting yung pinalitan, tapos outdoors pa. So, parang, talagang mapipilitan ka na mag-problem solve with the group. Kasi nandun ka na. Hindi sila basta-basta aalis.
Okay. Okay po. Ma'am, curious lang ako, no? So, sa mga taong paulit-ulit or like, for example, hindi na nila first time mapunta sa rehab. Okay, for example, ako, napunta na ako dati, then nakalabas na ako. And then, may mga case kasi or instances na nakakabalik sila, parang bumabalik ulit sila sa pagiging drug dependent, illegal, oo, parang ganun. So, will it be the same case then or treatment during the first time doon sa second na pagpunta nila?
Kasi kung hindi na yan nag-work, kung ako yung case manager niyan, mag-try kami ng different angle. Pero magdadaan pa rin yan sa detoxification. Depends on how the family would see it. And baka kasi minsan natitrigger nga yung relapse nila. Yung relapse ng drug dependence, it's because of another stress that they cannot get over with. Yung parang hindi nila ma-solve. Kaya ganun ka-importante yung support ng family sa kanila. Studies show that mas kakaunti yung mga nagre-relapse kapag yung family is very supportive talaga sa kanila.
Kaya napaka-importante ng role ng family. Pero kung walang family, close friends. Okay.
Kasama yun.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Ma'am E. So, I think wala na po tayo. Yes, ma'am.
One additional. Kasama doon is yung relationship mo rin kay Lord. Kasi
Yes.
kung wala kang relationship sa Kanya, hindi mo parang wala, pinapabayaan lang naman ako. Parang hindi mo ma-feel yun eh. Kaya importante rin that you have a relationship with God kasi that dun ka maniniwala, dun ka maninindigan. Just even if you feel that you are alone, He is there with you. ba, yung bagang meron kang pinagkakapitan ba kapag may problema ka. Hindi to sermon, pero ang sa akin is, God is our ultimate counselor. He is always ahead of us. He knows what's going on, and He knows where this circumstance that you are in is leading to. Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, the circumstances that we are into will either define us or destroy us. It is the choice that we're going to make. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na, no choice my choice. There is always a choice.
Okay. Ma'am, we have a pahabol question sa ating
Yes.
Facebook viewer. Okay, this question is from Jetro. Can we consider chewing mama as an addictive activity?
Sabi ko nga, good question ha. Sabi ko
Yes.
kanina, an addictive activity is also, it can also be drinking coffee, drinking alcohol. So po pwede, kung nagiging source mo na ng dopamine yan at nagiging, yung you cannot get out of it na, parang hindi ka mabubuhay na walang muma. Addictive na yan.
Okay. Yes, so to answer your question, Sir Jetro, that is, yan, pwede siyang maging addictive activity. Okay, we have also again a pahabol question from Ma'am Karen Cruz. Okay. The question is, how do you handle patients who are violent po and are bullying din po ay nangyayari din sa loob ng rehab, like what the movies are showing us?
Yes, it happens, but unlike the ones the movies are showing us, there are ways for us to handle them. Like say, for example, when, yung example ko na lang when I was there in the Ecard Youth Alternatives, we have means and ways to pacify them. Pwede kaming mag-take down. Pwede namin silang, pag sinabing take down, pwede namin silang i-restrain. Sorry, tanong ako ng term. Pwede namin silang i-restrain. We are taught how to do that. Kasi if they are hurting somebody else or themselves, kailangan nilang ma-restrain. It depends on how violent they are. If they are very violent, of course, i-isolate na yan. Hindi siya pwedeng kasama ng public kasi kung hindi pa siya napapacify, kaya nga importante yung detoxification para matanggal na talaga sa sistema mo. Para hindi violence talaga. When I was there in the States, meron nga yung nagbato ng axe sa amin. Pero nasa sa'yo kasi if you have a relationship, like say you're a counselor, and I have a relationship with this child na nagtapon ng axe, lakasan na to ng loob, i-restrain mo na siya. Kasi sa'yo lang siya magre-respond. Pag lalakan, tapos ni-restrain mo siya, tapos wala kang relationship sa kanya, ay, good luck sa'yo, magtatumbling kayo hanggang sa bawa ng mountain, kumbaga, kasi nasa mountains kami. Yun, we are taught how to restrain them for them to pacify themselves and to hindi hurt ng ibang tao. And our bullying po ay nangyayari din sa loob ng rehab. Yes. It depends on the, what do you call this? The service providers at yung mga case managers, they would be there. Imposible namang walang CCTV dyan. Sometimes nangyayari to where the camera is hidden, but at one point or another, it depends on the environment or how the atmosphere is set. If the boundaries are set, the rules there are set, and the people in the drug rehab follows, I don't think the bullying will prosper. Pero kung hindi sila nagfa-follow at hindi yun ginagawa ng paraan ng service providers, ay nagkakaroon ng problema talaga.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am A. Okay, I think we are before we end this session, okay? So maraming salamat, Ma'am Aileen, for again for accepting our invitation po. So before we end, any final word or final message po sa ating participants?
Don't forget the song, Jesus Loves Me, This I Know. For the Bible tells me so. It is self-validating, it is self-affirming, and it is knowing that you are a child of God. You are victorious, you are loved, and you are blessed. Yun lang.